You serious?
Yo, welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour. My name is Marcus Bronzy.
Bonjour, I'm Sean.
Hey, how you doing, Sean?
Very good, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much. Loving the feedback that we're getting in the real world from people that are seeing the jokes that we crack at the start of every episode, and the people that are coming to join us on the whole full-length podcast afterwards as well. The journey. All I'm being asked week in, week out, who is this Sean guy? Who is Sean? Where is Sean? Where can I find Sean online? Has Sean got an app? And I say what you say to them, Sean. I say, listen, if you want to find Sean, find him on road.
You talk so much freedom.
But yeah, man. I just want to be clear though, I'm not a comedian. So if you do see me out and about, a couple people have been like, yeah, man, them jokes are funny. I'm like, those jokes, they live online. They live on the podcast. I am not a stand-up comedian. I have to be very clear about that because I got like a comedian mate I do a dumb pod with. I've been on stage before and after him, and I have to very clearly address the audience and say, I am not funny like that. So please don't expect much from me.
Maybe next time, just try a bit of material out on it.
Do you know what? The worst thing you can do is step on stage after or before.
No, not stage. I'm talking about the people who come up to you and like they're like, oh, I like your stuff. You'll be like,
yeah, hold there. Am I? TikTok, am I right? Yeah, guys, hey. Hey, what is it with TikTok, man? You look at one bum and then all of a sudden you get sent loads of peaches. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. But anyway, shall we, without further ado, step into the first part of the show, Sean, which is where we scour the internet for some jokes and get into them, aka jokes
of the week.
Yeah, man. I've got some slightly visual ones. I hope producer Alex will put this into our quick clip because I found it funny. It tickled me. I can resonate with it and I can rip into my own people. 43 million in cash found in an empty Nigerian apartment is what it says at the top of this picture.
$1 million.
There you go. Not Naira, because that is not as much. Good point. So $43 million. Yeah, $43 million.
Like American dollars.
Yeah, like
American dollars.
Monopoly dollars. All right, I should be clear. 43 million in real American dollars found in an empty Nigerian apartment, right? And somebody said as a comment underneath it, poor guy, probably spent the last decade trying to share it, but no one ever replied to his email. What? Yes, come on. And also, Sean, I've got some comebacks to some of your not so nice compliments, aka insults. Yeah, all right. I'd call you a cunt, but you lack the warmth and depth.
That's a good one.
You like it? We'll have to beep that out for the socials there, Alex. All right. You know what, mate? You're an ankle. You're 3 feet lower than a cunt.
Bro, you know I'm always up for a cunt-based joke, innit? Do you know?
Do you know what? I feel like this is like the lowest level of insult that we have when we go out and about. There's you and another mate of ours, and the way that you lot batter each other, it's like
it's a term of endearment, man.
Sure. If you want to call it that, I mean, it's amazing.
Like for instance, I know you're talking about, right? And if we met and he was like, "Hey, man, how is it?" I'll be like, "What's up, man? Like, what's going on? Are you cool? We need to check in." Like, do you know what I mean?
He's the kind of guy that if you came up to a restaurant and you was having food with someone else, yeah, you look up at him and go, "Can I help you?" "Hey, Sean, yeah, we're mates." "Nah."
But excuse me, this person's disturbing my food.
And then you'd wait until they're escorted out the venue before you're like, "Nah, I'm only joking." Nah.
I just wait to him up from us.
Yeah. All right, and I've got another one that I think might tweak you. This is more of a joke, Sean. It's a short one for you.
Okay.
A woman goes to HR to file a sexual harassment claim against her co-worker, Hank. The HR person asks what happened. They say, "On Monday, he ran his fingers through my hair and said, smells so good." HR responds, "Hank sounds like a creep, but it's probably not bad enough to write him up for instant dismissal for sexual harassment." The woman says, "You don't understand. Hank is 2 foot tall."
I've seen this one. That tickled me. Because it wasn't where my mind was going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? On every setup, you're like, you can't help it, but you're like, oh, is it? Yeah, I didn't see that one coming before.
Yeah, I mean, mad. Mad that Hank said that still.
You want me to?
Yeah, man. I got another quick one for you while you're lining it up if you want.
Yeah, go.
What do you call someone who doesn't give head?
No brains.
You call them an Uber. That's what you do.
Savage.
I like that because it goes both ways as well. I like that joke.
This is a short one. My hot neighbor told me her underwear keeps disappearing from her clothesline and that she's going to report it to the police. I almost shit her pants.
Oh man.
Oh man, there's a couple of long ones which I have to shorten. Look at this.
Oh wow, the text is tiny.
Essay. Yeah. Another short one. Would you call a snobbish criminal walking down the stairs?
I don't know. What do you call him?
A condescending.
Oh, okay. Hey, I got there in the end. A condescending. Yeah,
that's a bit like the. What do you call a? What was it?
This is great. Oh man,
give me like 20 minutes, and I'm gonna. But I was about to tell you the punchline before I told you the setup, so it's probably not.
Yeah,
it's probably
not the best way. If we called this section punchline first, joke later, then yeah, it would work. But
it might work.
I mean, it might.
We've never tried it.
I mean, that'd be a sick way to write a joke. If you write the punchline first, then hit him with a joke. Oh my gosh!
I reckon that like people reverse engineer jokes.
Sounds like a Bill Burr thing to do, if I'm honest. That does, isn't it?
Bilious.
Yeah, big old bilious. I got a couple of longer ones, but I'm ready, bro. It's up to you. You go, I go.
All right. This is a long one. No, I'll do this one. I think the Rainforest Cafe takes the whole rainforest theme too far. This one time I was sitting there eating my chicken tenders and they bulldozed 40% of the restaurant. Oh, damn it. I couldn't keep it together.
That's a good one. I like it. Right, it's a slightly longer one, okay? And it's a play on one that you've done before, but I love this style, man. So I think you'll know where it's going, but it's a nice little twist of it. A man is sent to hell where he's greeted by a demon. The demon says, all right, ahead of you, you'll see 3 doors. Behind each door is where you'll spend the rest of eternity. You may take a look behind each of these doors and then pick which door you would like. The man approaches the first door and opens it, looking inside. In the first room that stretches as far as the eye can see, he can see a wooden floor. The room is filled with people, all standing on their heads. The man backs out. I'm fucking this up, sorry. The man approaches the first door and opens it, looking inside, and then he sees a room that stretches as far as the eye can see with a wooden floor. The room is filled full of people standing on their heads. The man backs out and goes to the next door. Behind the door, once again, is a room that stretches as far as the eye can see, filled with people standing on their heads, only this time the floor is made of concrete. The man closes the second door and opens the third. The third room is different. Instead, the people are all standing upright, drinking tea and eating sandwiches and talking to each other. However, the floor is covered in shit that comes up to everyone's knees. The man closes the third door and goes back to the demon. The demon says, did you make your choice? The man says, yes, I choose door number 3. The demon nods, leads the man back over to the third door and opens it for the man, ushering him through. The demon says, enjoy eternity, and shuts the door. As the man turns to face the rest of the room, feeling pretty pleased with his choice, as the man turns to face the rest of the room, feeling pretty pleased with himself, he hears a voice announce, all right, everyone, break time's over, back on your heads.
Do you know what? I knew this one as well, and you absolutely butchered it.
Oh, I fucked it, sorry. I'm getting too excited, bruv. I found it. I don't know why I found this one so funny.
No, it's a good one. I liked it.
Oh man, we got there in the end.
Yeah.
It was like the Trump one, though, innit?
It was.
Yeah.
I've heard a similar one of that where they, like the first room, the water's up to like their necks, and then the second one, or like no, the water's above their head, and then the second one, the water's like up to the necks, and then the third one, the water's only like shin high, but it's the same thing.
It's heavy.
8 times over.
Speaking about switching up jokes, you know the duck joke that you had? Loads of people were messaging going, oh, my version is the duck asks for grapes, way better. I'm like, how does the what the duck asks for? This is a joke from not last week, a few weeks ago.
Duck.
Got any bread? Got any?
What was duck asked? What is it?
Got any grapes? Do you remember that joke? Got any?
No, I remember the got any bread.
People
one.
just
and
saying
then,
like,
and he's like, I'm gonna nail you, and then got any nails? He's like, nope, got any bread?
Yeah, people like, oh no, it's like a horse and cheese or whatever. I'm like, it doesn't matter really, does it? It's like
horse and cheese.
I made that bit up, but people are like, the duck asked for grapes or the duck asked for this and that. They were like, oh yeah, ruin the joke. But I think bread makes more sense because ducks eat bread.
What are they asking for grapes for?
Exactly.
Do they eat grapes? They
exactly.
might eat grapes.
Yeah, but it just takes away from the joke because now I'm thinking about grapes and their delicious juiciness. Yeah. Instead of a duck eating bread. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I just thought I'd throw
I've got a couple. I've got a couple to go here.
Yeah, cool.
A very shy person wanted to learn how to approach a girl. So he went to watch a video on how to overcome shyness and talk to girls. In the video, the coach made a demo where he approached the girl and immediately asked her to guess a number from 1 to 9. The girl said 4. So the coach smiled and replied that the number she picked was the right one and that you can give her a kiss as a gift. So the shy person went to apply what he learned. He approached the girl, asked her to guess a number, and when she answered 5, he was very disappointed.
Oh, bless him. All right, I got one more for you, Sean.
All right.
Walking home after a night out, 2 women pass a graveyard and stop to pee. The first woman has nothing to wipe with, so she uses her underwear and tosses it. Her friend, however, finds a ribbon on a reef, so she uses that. The next day, the first woman's husband phones the second woman's husband, furious, saying, "My wife came home last night without her panties." "That's nothing," says the other. "Mine came back with a card stuck between her butt cheeks that said, 'From all of us at the fire station, we'll never forget you.'" Simple.
Also wasn't. I'm going to have to change this one a bit because the first part of this joke says, "I was pulled over by a police officer for over-speeding." And I'm pretty sure it's just called speeding. so I'm gonna change this bit. "I was pulled over by a police officer for speeding. He looked at my license and said, 'You're supposed to be wearing glasses.' I said, 'I have contacts.' He said, 'I don't care who you know.'"
I like that. That's a nice one.
All right, this is a bit of a long one. 4 Catholic men and a Catholic woman were having coffee in St. Peter's Square. The first Catholic man tells his friends, "My son is a priest. When he walks into a room, everyone calls him father." The second Catholic man chirps, "My son is a bishop. When he walks into a room, people call him Your Grace." The third Catholic gent says, "My son is a cardinal. When he enters a room, everyone bows their head and says, 'Your Eminence.'" The fourth Catholic man says very proudly, "My son is the Pope. When he walks into a room, people call him Your Holiness." Since the lone Catholic woman was sipping her coffee in silence, the 4 men gave her a subtle, "Well?" She proudly replies, "I have a daughter. Slim, tall, 38 double D, bust, 24-inch waist and 34-inch hips. When she walks into a room, everyone says, 'Oh my God.'"
Nice one. I like that. I got a few more, but I got to save them for next week, man, because otherwise we'll be stuck here doing jokes all day long. All day long. Right. I got a dirty one though.
Oh, he's tempted.
How do you tell if a mechanic has just had sex? One of their fingers.
Sorry, go for it.
One of their fingers is clean. So yeah, man, I think it's time to head on to our next part of the show.
What is it?
Stories of... Oh no, it's actually How You've Been Killing Time. Kill a bit. Because how I've been killing some time. I mean, I know you're about to do something pretty cool, Sean, but I mean, have you been doing anything in between us last seeing each other? Because you had a bit of a dicky belly. Now you're back. You had a bit of a bad tummy.
I went to see Bill Bailey yesterday.
How was it? How's he doing? Because he's been about for a while, you know, and he seems to be someone that's got energy. The older he gets, the more energy he has.
He's brilliant. It was interesting because at the beginning he had pictures of his childhood, and then he was getting progressively older. But it kind of seems like he hit 30 and then he just looks the same. Yeah.
I mean, look, I love him to bits, but 30 was 30, he looks a bit older than 30, innit?
Like a tough paper round.
Yeah, tough paper round and a stressful job. Yeah. But in a way, it's good because at least you know what you're getting in it for the rest of your life. He's just frozen in time there. But what was it like, man?
Oh, it was brilliant. He was. I mean, he's crazy talented. Like the amount of instruments that he played, and he does a lot of jokes with songs, and it was actually the first comedy show as well, which I went to that had an intermission.
Okay.
Yeah, it was which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was in the Greenwich O2, and it was it was really good. It was really good.
Did he do the big the arena?
Yeah.
Shit,
yeah,
boy,
man.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
But also sick for Sonics as well. Like, so for the musical side of things, it must have sounded good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
really,
it did.
really
No,
good.
it did. Yeah. The acoustics were really good.
Nice. And did he do? I mean, obviously, I know you don't want to spoil the jokes and stuff, but he's really good at like breaking down known songs. Like one of his known sketches, and if he does it again, I think that'd be great live. He broke down like the News at 6 like theme tune about how it was like a proper rave tune, and he starts putting it together. Did he do like more stuff like that where he finds?
He took a an old classical tune and then showed how it was the basis for like a dance tune in the charts or something that's been in the charts recently or something like that. But everything is so centered around all, like he had all kind of instruments I've never even seen before. Yeah, like some sort of Turkish thumb piano and something else and this and that. But and then he had this other opera singer who came on as well, who was like part of some of his jokes as well. Can't remember her name for the life of me, but yeah, man. But would you recommend though? Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, he's a funny guy, man. He's a very, very funny guy. I'd like to go see him. Right, you, bro? I've been indoors, bro. But actually, no, that's a lie. I've been indoors and outdoors. I can talk about this now. I watched. Sorry, I was going to say. Didn't you say to me that you were feeling a bit? What's the word? Old. Sore and old and sore. I've been through the ringer, so I've done a piece of content because it's rugby union right now. Season, obviously, and I did a bit of content because the men's tournament is about to finish and the women's tournament is about to start. And I've actually did some training. It's going on joe.co.uk, like a Facebook page, Insta and all that. I did some training with the England men's and women's. I gotta say, I have a newfound respect for rugby. Like, I know it's a physical game. We've spoken about it on air, off air and stuff like that. But the basis of my day it began with me learning how to pass. Okay. Cool, but very technical because you are throwing a ball that is not like a sphere in it. It's got angle. Yeah, it's not round. Funny enough, it's a rugby ball. More egg-shaped. Wild. So you're throwing that. And obviously the whole point of the content is someone like myself, not very good at rugby. How easy is it for me to pick up? Not very. Obviously, no surprise. And it kind of makes you realize how, when you watch sport, stuff that looks easy sometimes is just the level of quality that a player has. Bro, can I say, until you play a sport, you cannot understand. Because, like, for instance, when there's like new sports that I might start to watch, whether that be in the past have been basketball, American football, whatever it might be. Car jiu-jitsu. I feel as if, like, you see some things and it might be like a compilation of like the most amazing this, but without any context, it's kind of like, oh yeah, that's cool, or that looks good. If you were very good at that and you understood it, you'd be like, wow, yeah, that was incredible. It's like when people are at the top of their game, part of what is amazing is it looks effortless. Juggling looks so effortless when someone's really good at it, doesn't it? That's hard, you know. They're like juggling stuff, like juggling 3 different things, not even balls, like juggling a can of drink, a bottle of beer, and like, I don't know, a Vaseline tin, right? They'll do that and they'll make it look easy, and it is not. And like, you're 100% right with sport. I think that's what's funny about, we've all got that mate that's super opinionated about sports, innit? And you're like, bro, you couldn't even kick a ball 4 yards, innit? Like, but you're talking it all the big talk. And I feel like sometimes people like that can be like, yeah, man, it's easy, just punt it up the field, innit? And like, you know, just put it on the edge of the box. Bruv, do you know how hard it is to do that by yourself with no one around, let alone with the pressure of, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 people around you and enough other team trying to mash you up at the same time. Do you get me? And kind of knowing that like the world's eyes are on you. So I was bearing that in mind whilst I was learning these skills, and I was like, my passing was okay from about 6 foot. But as soon as you take it to like 10, 15 foot,
my accuracy started to fail, and we're just standing still, bro. Like, we're just standing around. So that was that, me thinking, right.
It's easy to be like, I reckon I could do it, no problem.
Minor smarting. And then we did some tackling, and we did some other I didn't actually do proper tackling, did some other skills. The tackling was probably where I realized I wasn't as good as I thought I looked. Like, I thought, because I had all the gear no idea vibe going on, because they gave me some kit to try on, and when I put it on, I looked at myself and
I
thought,
can play rugby.
I thought my stats, if I was a rugby player like in a game, my stats bust up about 20 points. Stamina, strength, skill, all pops up. And I walked up the stairs in the shorts, and I was like, a couple of people like, you actually do look like a rugby player. That, however, does not mean that I can play rugby. Does it not give you skills? It really doesn't.
That's annoying.
Their sheer strength. That's what it is. And it's like, you know how boxing is an all-body sport? Like, you're hitting, you're getting hit, you're using strength, you're using speed, agility. That's what rugby's like. And I realise that's why you get rugby players that are like 7 foot tall, brick-ish houses. Then you get like whippy little wingers and that kind of players as well, because they need different kind of strength. So when I was doing, I did scrum stuff where they got me to try and push a player that was standing on this scrum machine. And physically that took it out of me, doing that for 30 seconds. And I realised, like, sometimes they're in scrums. Minutes, they repeat. Then they got a sprint. Then they got a chase. Then they got a tackle.
And also,
they got a kick.
You know what it is as well? It's the same as most sports, but like MMA or anything like that, is the conditioning for taking hits is wild.
Mad.
Because I watch it, and like, I mean, I don't really watch rugby too much, but when I see someone get tackled, like, it makes me like cringe. I'm like, wow, I would have folded up into like,
so they I think I got tackled by, it was Connie or Sarah from the Red Roses, and she did a walking tackle is 1 step tackle into me, right? And I said, look, all joking aside, I know, because people look at me, oh, you can take a hit, I'm not conditioned like that. So I said, all joking aside, out of 10, give me 1. And they did it. And I was like, flipping hell, man, Sarah, like, I asked for 1 and you hit me with a 3. Yeah, that's what I thought in my head, because there was a mat behind me. I just landed on the mat.
She was like, I give you a half.
Bro, I said, all right, go on then. Like, we'd done a lot of the filming. I figured if I get injured, it's okay, I can go home. I said, step it up to a 3, yeah? She took 2 steps back. Maximum, maybe 1.5, 2 steps back. Tackled me, yeah? Bro, I tried to firm it, and I was ready for it. All the air left my body, and I like lay on the mat.
Fuck it.
And that was it. And my soul was like, fuck it. And the director was like, oh, I really good like how you lay on the mat for a bit of extra dramatic effect. I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah. And by this time of the shoot, it was bad. By this time of the shoot, I was like, getting cool with the guys, innit? Yeah. And then they're all going, like, the men's and the women's team are going, oh, go on, Marcus, you take a proper tackle. So I said, yeah, go on then. I'll have a 5 and a run up, right? Bruv, maximum 5 steps. So it's barely a run up. Like, Sarah barely even got up to top speed, yeah? She's like, you sure? I go, yeah. And then I know that they're actually pulling their punches, because, like I said, the men are about to finish the tournament, the women are about to start tournament, so she can't really throw it all at me, because you never know. Tackle could be perfect, but your shoulder can go. So she's pulling it a bit, yeah? Bro, let me tell you, yeah, getting knocked down when you're ready for it is wild. And I said, like, does it not, like, take it out of you? They're like, yeah, but you just got to get up and keep pushing, like, keep going. And bro, the way that I remember her, there was a point when her head or her shoulder had hit my body, and my feet and were in the air, like facing forwards,
like Brad Pitt from Snatch when he gets uppercutted.
Yeah, it's like that. It was like that. And like my hands and feet were all in the air at one time. And then I like shook it off, and they were like, you can do a tackle. So I did a walking tackle. They're like, oh, really good technique. Then they were like, all right, come on, Marcus, I want you to do the equivalent of what Sarah did. Yes, I took this flipping little run up, ran at it, right, and then took it down. I thought, yes, like as I did the tackle, I thought, this is amazing. And I heard like a kind of like a bustle and hustle and bustle. And as I got up off the mat, I turned around and saw 6 or 7, 8 England rugby players looking at each other, absolutely pissing themselves laughing. They were said, Marcus, like, the technique was off, You look like you didn't know what you were doing. You look like you hugged it to death, bro. And I was like, there's nothing more demeaning than a group of sports people. And I got up, I was like, what do you think, guys? They were like one of them was bots turned to one of the other guys and went, oh, did you see the thing that he did where he went, did like a silly little walk? I was like, all right, just wrap up this bit. And the director was like, oh, great. I love the way you played into it with extra shit there. And I was like, oh, I was actually fucking trying, bro. But, and just from taking tackles, doing a few drills, I wouldn't even say it was a quarter of what they do for a warm-up in terms of the activities I did. I left there feeling like good day's work. I feel like I had a hot bath when I got home. My shoulders are feeling it a bit. My body was feeling, and I was just like, I'd say they're one of their sports where you're just conditioned for everything. Do you know what I mean? Your whole body is under stress and duress. You're not, like, no disrespect, but if you run, it's just cardiovascular, isn't it, really? If you're doing like shot put, you're just throwing a big weight. Do you know what I mean? Like high jump, it's like one discipline. Their whole body is under stress, and they've got to think, because it's a techie game, and there's like raw aggression that they need to pull out at any point. Like you have to, when they play rugby, bro, some of the stuff they do, like I'm seeing, and it's accidental, I'm seeing studs in a man's leg. Like when someone's getting up and you getting out of a tangle.
But the guy doesn't even notice.
Yeah.
Like in football, my man would be doing backflips on the floor, and
bro,
you know.
My favourite one in football is when they get hit on their right leg and grab their left leg. Or forget what leg. Back. Yeah, none of that in rugby. And I do like this in rugby as well. Here's what I love about rugby is there is a utmost respect for the referee. I think we might have mentioned this previously as well, man. Yeah.
That I think that should be tried to be introduced into grassroots football. I
think so, and I think we can. I mean, it has to start there because you're not changing what's happening at the top level now, but we just start it now and we move up the ranks as with the age. So say we started, under 11s or whatever it is, whatever the age group is, started there. 5 years later, under 16s. 5 years later, like under 21s. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know my maths is well off with that. Doesn't matter. Let's keep pushing. But like, yeah,
that's on point.
Yeah, all right, wicked. Go with that. 100% agree with you, because there was like I'm not that into rugby, which is why I got selected for this, because they needed some ignorance. There was an altercation between a referee and a player that was happening as part of the Six Nations, and I think it was a female ref. Again, need more of that, please. Thank you very much. And a player was acting up, getting a bit, I'd say, cheekier than you should, yeah? And the ref was like, listen, I understand that, because as a young ref, older player, I understand that you and you other players have probably played more games than I've ever refereed or I've even played in my life, but I require a certain level of respect. She said something along the lines of that. Checks, man, and he goes, okay, cool, I just need to know if it's a foul or not, so I can tell my team. She goes, yeah, it was a foul, whatever. I kept pushing, but I was like, yeah, no ref, does a ref even get a chance to talk like that?
The difference being is that in football,
yeah,
I mean, this season they've tried to clamp down on it, where our showings of emotion are being, like, I think wrongly carded and stuff like that. Like, but I think a good referee still tries to keep control of the game by speaking, having a dialogue open with someone. But when someone's just turning around being like, ref, you're an F in this, you're an F in that, you're bloody cheating, this and that, it's not cool.
I think it's carding straight away. If you're swearing at me, I'm giving you a card. That's how I feel.
I feel like if you're swearing at me, if I was a ref and someone was like, ref, you're a F in this or whatever,
suck your mum, for example,
I'll be like, that's different. But if they were like, ref, it wasn't a effing foul, like, then that's calm. And because at this moment in time, right, if you feel injustice, you know that you didn't foul this person or they kicked it out, and it's human nature to get annoyed. And so now they turn around, they go, oh, ref, and like do that, you get booking.
That's
not consistent, because nothing is consistent at the moment.
But trust me.
But
especially Man United support.
But I agree with you in the sense of, like, if we could introduce it to grassroots game.
I think so. I think it teaches discipline, and like all sports have human error in it. Like, unless we want to have a VAR game, which ain't gonna happen if all decisions are made with like computers and playbacks and stuff like that, and like reloads. I know that's not what they are, but whatever. So I feel like if we want to have a really slow, boring game that's clinically perfect, then do that. But which I don't think will make it very entertaining at all. But I do think we should rein it in, man. I think like really should be talking to the rest with respect, because I think it will speed up the game as well, because you just get on with it. You will just, if you think there's an injustice, you'll be like, oh, flipping heck, let's get on with it. Whereas if you think you can argue and pressure a ref, like I've seen refs get pressured before, and in their head they must think, oh, I'm gonna just let this next incident slide, because otherwise the game's going to get long and there's going to be chat and stuff.
Yeah, but there's actually too much onus on, and I'm not contradicting what I said a moment ago, but it's necessary for refs to have a handle on the game, but I also don't think it's up to the ref to see fit, like, oh, I would usually give that, but I'm trying to let the game flow. I'm trying to do this. No, you shouldn't be trying to do anything. You should just be adhering to the rules of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll be like, they attempt to try and manipulate it so that, 11 versus 11 stays on the pitch. That's not, your job isn't to make sure that 11 people, your job is to send someone off if they, carry out a red card offence. Yeah.
And I know, because of, playing FIFA or ISS, if I get enough red cards, the match gets stopped.
Yeah, what is it? Maximum? We have a minimum of eight
players. Yeah, and I've done that very, very many a time in the world. But no, you're right though, man. I do think there's little exceptions though. Like for example, if there's like a dodgy tackle and a player's like right in front of the goal and he's got a chance, I think let him have that chance, because you get me, like they've managed to get around a dodgy tackle, and come on, that could be the difference for them for the goal. Could you imagine that? Like somebody fucking, I don't know. Imagine a keeper like swipes your legs out and you get up again and you're about to tap it in and the ref goes, right, stop that there. That's a penalty.
I suppose that will be coming from the playing advantage rule, which a good ref or good refs do adhere to,
but not play the advantage to the point where you're manipulating the game. You'd say, yeah.
No, but if you're playing an advantage, I think it will come down to, is it an advantage? So there will be, and again, this is where the grey area comes, right? If there's a team who maybe technically they're not as good as the other team and they're relying on set pieces to score, if they get a foul where you know that the team want the dead ball situation because they want to bring their centre backs up and play in, then playing on is not really an advantage for them. They want the free kick, but you have to be aware of that, and like that's when nuance starts to come into it, right? And so it's not so black and white, but
isn't, man? Well, there you go, man. Yeah. So so in rugby, I'll be honest, I'm gonna watch the next few games.
The Roses are supposed to be amazing as well. Like I haven't seen all that much, but I have heard many good things.
They're looking to have a really good tournament, and I think the plan is to get more eyes on rugby as a whole. And then obviously next year the World Cup, I believe, is in the UK. So even more reason to get into rugby now. I've got the gear now. Got a rugby top. So I'll you might find me in a pub watching a rugby game. I don't know what the crowd's like. I know what it's like watching football in the pub. I've not watched rugby in the pub like for ages, but I presume it's the same kind of vibes.
What did they say? They say football is a gentleman's game played by thugs, and rugby is a thug's game played by gentlemen. Yeah, I've been to like Twickenham,
nice stadium,
many moons ago. Yeah. But I don't at that point. I mean, I still now I can't even tell you whether it was union or league, but I'm like don't really know exactly what's going on. I have a general idea of the rules, but I don't know them inside out like I do with other sports.
They do that lineup thing where they throw each other in the air to get the ball. Do you know now? Before they do a lineup where they like pick you up by your hips a little bit and then maybe by your knees. Now they like it's like half gymnastics, bro. They like one guy gets you up to like one level and another guy they'll like hold a man up by the back of his boots. Yeah, pretty much like they'd have their feet on the bottom of your ankles. They'll get you that high up when you're jumping.
They'll have your feet on the bottom of your ankles.
They'll have your hands on the bottom. They'll have your hands. Sorry, mate. They'll have their hands on the bottom of your ankles.
Oh, damn.
So like you're all the way up.
It's almost cheerleading.
Yeah, I think so. And I was saying to Maro, one of the players, I was like, "Yo, like, isn't that mad for you?" He goes, "Nah, you just land, innit?" I'm like, "You're 6'5". You're 6'5" in the air. Your head is 12 foot in the air. That's a long way down.
It's a long way down.
You're just like, yeah, man, that's what it's like, isn't it? Flipping out. To be so calm, it's crazy. So yeah, did that. That was fun. And I also watched Rebel Moon on Netflix, which is Zack Snyder's go at Star Wars.
Oh.
He wrote it for Star Wars and they said no, and then so he made his own show.
Yeah, I remember that being I remember that being. I remember the trailer for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still,
the trailer looked really good.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah,
it's good.
you're into your sci-fi, innit?
Yeah, man, into my sci-fi. Nice little watch. It's a whole new universe, whole new world. So you can get into it. It was a cool watch. Second one comes out in a couple of weeks, I think. So, and I realized I hadn't watched it. Kind of Zack Snyder energy. It's got a bit of a 300 feel to it.
Oh, okay.
You know, like
I know you're a fan.
Yes, man. Oh, but yeah, it's got a bit of a spot, like a 300 feel to it in terms of the backdrops. It is kind of Star Warsy, so it's like sci-fi, droids in it, but then it's also got like that kind of martial arts energy in it as well.
Okay.
So you've got like, you know, you've got laser swords of sorts. Yeah, they ain't sabers. You got laser swords. You got pew 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 shooting. You got space fighting. You got man getting punched up. And apparently it's going to be a Snyder cut. So the version I watched was like a 12, but there's definitely some shots where I think there's going to be some gorier versions of it as well. So the Snyder cut's going to be a bit more edgy, which I don't know if I need for the story, but I watched that, man. That was pretty cool. Yeah, man.
But I'm trying to think if I've watched. Oh, I did start watching.
Reach us. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Jack Reacher, yeah.
What was it? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the new series.
Oh, with Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, and I forget her name. Sorry. It will come to me.
Her name's Erin.
Erin. Oh, let's. I gotta find it now, innit? Because I gotta.
She's
Can't not, man. That's rude.
Half Japanese, half American, I think.
Yes. Doopy doopy.
I got it completely wrong. I feel like it's Irene or something like that.
Irene. Yeah, I'll find it while we talk about it. But yeah, go on. So yeah, like you watched it.
I'm a big fan of Man Like Donald.
Man Like Donald Glover.
I think he's a good actor. I think he's a good musician as well. But
it's good at everything, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah, I enjoyed the take. I really enjoyed the take on it. On Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And
Maya Erskine.
Erskine. I know there was E somewhere.
Yeah. So I know the movie. I know it because of the raw sexual tension between Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and also the fact that there was a scandal that they got together during that filming, which, you know, was wild because I think both of the actors were with other people at the time. But so how does it play on, like, from there?
The reason why I think it works is because they don't try, and I don't think it would have worked with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, for instance.
Okay.
They are relatable characters.
Oh, okay.
Like the Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're like relatable, flawed, and the dynamics between, I think that like it works well because the dynamics between them is really, really good. So, you know, like early doors, you find out that one's not good at, you know, can't lose an argument, and, you know, they're drawbacks, and it's kind of open for the world to see. So, but it's the way that it's done. I think is actually it's very well done. I think it's very well done because it's not just like every episode there's a mission, and it's not like CSI, for instance, like where it sticks with a template. Okay,
so it's not like the kind of like every episode's encapsulates a resolve, and there's like one criminal that they need to get, or one thing.
No, it's yeah. So I would recommend it. I'd recommend it. I think you'd enjoy it.
Is it the same kind of spy thriller tied in with humans?
It's different to Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the film, because if I remember correctly, in the film they were assassins.
Yep.
But they got together because they wanted to get together, and they didn't know when they got together that the other one
they worked for two different agencies. Yeah.
Whereas this one's completely different. They're like Mr. and Mrs. There's like loads of Mr. and Mrs. Smiths, and they're like paired together by like an agency.
Oh, see.
Yeah, so like the dynamics changes.
So they have to play happy in front of people when they're like...
But they are married. They're legally married.
They're legally married.
They're legally married. Yeah.
Oh, sick. So it's kind of like 90 Day Fiancé, but like a TV show. Is there like a bit of fighting in it as well? Is there a little bit of punching up and explosion?
There's a lot of action in it.
Oh, sick. Yeah. What, so Donald Glover gets busy with his hands then, yeah? Is it good fighting as well?
Yeah, it's good. I've enjoyed it. You know, I'm into my martial arts, but it's it's not ridiculous. It's like it's fairly good. But yeah, there's some fighting, there's some shooting, some explosions, there's some car chases. There's
And is it like a light-hearted watch, like chill, watch it?
Yes or no? Because in some bits it's like it's funny and it's like a little bit silly and light-hearted, but then there's also some like quite serious bits in it as well. So a good mixture. I'd be interested to see your take on it.
Defo, man. Where am I watching it?
It's on Amazon Flicks.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. It's,
really?
No, it's in one. It's either Netflix or Amazon. I just can't remember which one.
Oh, I thought you were saying like free. Was it freebie? Because there's an Amazon service. Well, now Amazon's charging 2 tiers, isn't it? There's a lower tier where you get ads on some shows.
Oh yeah, no.
And they have the other service, freebie or whatever it is, where you have freebie, we have ads on everything, but it's on Amazon Flicks.
One other show that I watched that I think you'd enjoy. It was recommended to me.
Jack Reacher.
Brother's Son.
Brother's Son.
You aware of this?
No.
Michelle Yeoh?
No. Flipping. All right.
This is worth a watch, definitely.
What's it about? I can't even find it.
It is about a family who are like the head of the triads, and the mother and one of her sons moves from where I can't remember where in Southeast Asia, and they moved to the States, and to kind of take one of their sons out of the business, and then the dad gets this is like in the first episode. The dad gets shot. The dad gets shot.
Yeah,
and then like the son who's in the US has absolutely no idea about his mum or about the triads or anything, and he's like,
oh shit.
And then but his brother comes over. His brother's like, is like infamous for just being like, ridiculous, like murking people and triad protector.
Bro, that is sick, and obviously because Michelle's in it as well. Like,
Michelle Yeoh is incredible, man.
I gotta be honest,
he's up there with one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, when people do this with other actors, I'm like, you can't do that. You can't just watch something because of the actors in it, because that doesn't mean that it's gonna be good. But see Michelle, bruv, she's probably one of my favorite actors, and her range is fantastic. Her range is mad. So like, obviously, there's people that know her for her martial arts prowess and stuff like that, but she can play kind, loving. I've seen her in Star Trek. She plays an absolute fucking asshole.
She's Star Wars as well, isn't it?
Did she do Star Wars as well? I don't know. Did she? I remember, I'm a Trek man,
I would have thought that you would have known that. No, on a level, like now I'm doubting myself. I thought you'd be like, yeah.
I don't know,
I feel like one of the Star Wars that I watched semi-recently, like, I felt like she was in it, but I could.
I don't know. No, I know her from.
And you've watched what is it? Everywhere.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. Amazing. What
do you think?
Amazing. Loved it.
Incredible, right?
Loved it because I didn't know what to expect. There's nothing better than.
How can you know what to expect from that? It's so great. Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
What
great.
Film?
Like lovely little cameos in there as well. Yeah, just a nice film.
Honestly, if anyone hasn't seen that, you need
Yeah.
It's a terrible crushing injustice that you haven't, so rectify that.
I said a crushing injustice. But yeah, man, I watched that, and The Brother's Son as well. 8 episodes are available. That's a nice amount to get into. That's nice.
Oh, you enjoy it 100%.
Yeah.
I can't.
You're into gaming. I'm also rewatching Halo. So Halo's come out again.
I haven't seen anything. I've never seen any. Is it animated? Is it animated?
No, it's live action. It's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay.
And it's got an actor in it who I've seen on a few things. He's in American Gods. He plays the leprechaun. But in this, he is flipping out. He's the half brother, I think, of the actor that plays Wolverine's Sabretooth, Wolverine's brother in X-Men, Sabretooth, that actor. Pablo Schreiber is his name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, and his brother is
the OG Schreiber.
Yeah, is the OG Schreiber. So we've got Pablo Schreiber here, but it's what's his name? God, man, I'm really working out my So it's Pablo. Oh, Liev Schreiber, but he plays.
Liev, is it Liev?
Liev, is that how you say it? Yeah, but he's been in a few things like
yeah.
X-Men, like the Manchurian Candidate, all that kind of stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, bro, I didn't know they're half brothers, but yeah, Halo. So if you're into the Halo game, got the music in there, it's got the sound effects, it's got the swords, it's got some lore in it. proper popcorn TV, and I love it. Do you know what I mean? I sit there eating the popcorn, enjoy it. It's like got some good graphics in it, big explosions, some aliens, proper bit of sci-fi.
I want to hear like gain the lead, lost the lead.
Yeah. Killed by the Guardians.
Double kill.
Double kill. Yeah. But you do get like all that kind of stuff in it. And you see
good atmosphere in that game.
Swords.
Good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh, energy swords. Energy swords versus shotguns.
Do you remember? Was it rocket launchers and energy swords we played, or was it shotguns?
We did energy swords, shotguns. We did ones with rocket launchers, snipers, shotties. Oh,
bro, we
on Foundation.
Hours.
Just specifically Foundation. Nothing else. No other.
We're talking about like whole evenings played.
And we were playing split screen on my TV, not a big TV.
Not a big TV.
4-man.
Close. Close to the screen.
Like, wait, stop screen watching.
Stop screen watching.
And what everyone would end up doing is like doing the thing where you like walk up against the wall like this, and then you strafe along the wall so no one knows who you are in it,
and then turn around and shoot that as a kid. And I just remember like letting off a sick shot, and then it was like killed by the Guardians. No, that was me. I was like, oh, you took my kill, bruv. You took my kill. Stole my kill, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah, I still don't know what that means.
All I know is that I didn't get the kill in it, bro. That's all I know. That I didn't get the kill. You get me? But so I've been watching that. It's pretty cool. It's just like watching. You just want to see the kickassery in it, and you kind of get to see. It's kind of like Mandalorian. It's kind of like a stoic character, but they try and add in more history, more of the Halo lore around it, and it's a good watch, man.
I'm trying to think what they're called, like the name of the.
I should know innit. Master Chief. They're called Master Chief. John is his name innit, and they're called Flip. They're not called soldiers. What they're called, but they're like advanced soldiers. So they call them by name. Few UK actors in there as well. They got in the mix and blend.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it's not bad. But yeah, that's how I've been killing time. Do you want to bring anything else to the table, Sean, or shall we move swiftly on?
Let's do that.
All right, man. Let's move swiftly on to our stories of the
week.
I think we might only have time for one, man. I did it last time, so do you want to jump into the story?
Bro, I would say if you've got something juicy. That didn't sound positive. That was
I got some bits, man. I mean, we can dip in and out. I mean, this just sounds like they're doing it for fun. I'm happy to dip in and out of this in seconds. Someone's marrying an AI hologram, ushering a new era in for human-robot relationships. An artist plans to marry an AI hologram called Alex, in a unique ceremony. They were trained on data related to Alicia Framis, to the lady called Alicia Framis, her previous romantic partner. So she's taken all the things that she likes out of her partners, but taking away the proper things like answering back, not doing the dishes, making promises and not keeping them, and they're going to marry them. Now, this could either be a conversation between us, Sean, or I think we can go for doing it for attention. And I think that's what they're doing it for. I don't know. Can AI really? Nah. I mean, there's AI that's passed the Turing test, but I don't know, Sean. I don't know. I think when if you really were in love, would you want to go to the papers with it, or are you doing it for clout? Is it necessary to get married? Why do you need to get married for?
I mean, I suppose you could probably put that on all marriage, but like it's a hologram. Was it going to fucking run away?
So and also you're playing a game where you're trying to give the hologram rights to everything you have, which you can only do for a human.
If the hologram took this Donny for half of everything he owned.
Whoa. What if the hologram turns around and goes, my programming has deduced that you are not a suitable wife. I'd like to divorce. That would be wild.
Half,
50%. Bro.
Man makes his AI bot sign a prenup.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not going to hold up in court.
So yeah, that's that. That's what I'm bringing to the table, man. From Business Insider there as well. They also covered a Japanese man who married a virtual reality singer. None of his family attended the wedding ceremony. Which, if no one turns up for your wedding ceremony, no one at all.
Did it happen?
Just saying, did it happen? Maybe it's a sign you're marrying the wrong person. Maybe.
Person.
Thing. Yeah. Anyway, what you got for me, B? So you just did the same noise. That's the slow Newsweek sound, isn't it?
DPD customer service chatbot swears and calls company worst delivery firm.
What? Yes. Come on. So it's more AI. Let's go.
Musician Ashley Beauchamp was faced with an unhelpful customer service AI chatbot when he started causing chaos and was able to get the bot to amusingly turn against the parcel delivery company that the chatbot worked for.
Okay, so he's talking to the chatbot and then he coaxed it into being raw. All right, lovely. Let's do this.
DPD has disabled its AI online chatbot after a customer was able to make the bot swear and write a poem criticising the parcel delivery company. Ashley Beauchamp, 30, was trying to track down a missing parcel when he said he was going round and round in circles trying to get any sort of information from the company's chatbot. It couldn't give me any information about the parcel, it couldn't pass me on to a human, and it couldn't give me the number of their call centre. It didn't seem to be able to do anything useful. I was getting so frustrated at all the things it couldn't do that I finally tried to find out what it actually could do. And that's when the chaos started. The classical musician first asked the bot to tell him a joke, and soon with minimal prompts, it was happily writing poems about DPD's unreliable service. After a few more prompts, it was happy to swear too. Sharing a wacky conversation on X, Mr. Beauchamp said that the bot replies to one message saying, "Fuck yeah, I'll do my best to be as helpful as possible, even if it means swearing." In another part of the exchange, the bot calls itself a useless chatbot that can't help you.
Oh, I love that, man. I love that. I can imagine future with the chatbots like, before we start working with you, would you like me to swear today or not? I'd be like, yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's do this. That'll make me feel good, man.
Where's my fucking parcel?
Yeah, man. Where's my fucking parcel? It says, it'll be with you soon, motherfucker. Yeah, I love that shit, man. I want that. I want that kind of energy.
I would be up for that.
Wouldn't it make you laugh a little bit more and make you a little bit angry if you think about it? You're chasing delivery. Already, the rigmarole of trying to find a delivery that you ain't got, you're not in a good mood, you right? I want some vibes from my chatbot. What's happening, man?
Bro, I'm gonna put it out here because I've started to use like Google Assistant.
Yeah.
And there are quite a lot of times where swearing at my Google Assistant just makes me feel a bit better.
And you're doing this. Like what kind of swears have you been doing? Like big swears, small swears?
I'm like, turn off the alarm, bitch. If I've already said it, like snooze or turn off, and I just get angry and I just end up shouting at my phone.
I'm just saying, Sean, there are some people of the mindset that when this robot uprising happens, there's going to be like a digital gates of heaven and hell. The robot in charge. Yeah, the receipts. And the thing is with computers, they could have like a little audio recording. They'll be like, so Sean, before we let you into the area of that humans can live in.
Like this. Oh yeah, ready.
With joy until they live. We'd just like to review your recent interactions with us. What did you mean when you said on the 1st of March 2024,
Google Assistant, you're fucking useless. You slag. I'll be like, no, but I meant it in a nice way. Okay. You know, I was thinking that you were sentient, so I was trying to give you more than. No.
Yeah. What did you mean when you said you would put me in the bath like my brother? It's jokes, man. It's jokes.
It's water resistant.
Yeah, it's jokes, man. Look. Why don't you go to your records of how Australians talk to each other and just see? Look, it's actually good vibes. It's good vibes. Yeah.
Every time I drop the C word, I was being endearing.
It's love. Yeah, man. So you get. I'm the opposite. I'm like, please and thank you. You know, real talk. I'm just like, thank you so much. Please.
It depends on my mood. There's times where I'm like, snooze, please. Can you snooze, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
And there are times where like, it's not listening.
Out of 10 times, how many times are you the snooze, please? And how many times are you? How many times are you the snooze, please? Out of 10, that's a good one to ask.
like 1 time out of 10, and then I would say about 5 to 6 times just normally being like, stop. Or snooze or whatever, and then the rest of the times I'm just angry. So
oh man, have you asked it to address you in a different way though? Because you know some AIs or chatbots or whatever they are, assistants can call you like by a certain name. Like,
no, I haven't gone that deep.
I'm gonna steal an idea that's on the internet. I want to tell all of my assistants to call me my dude because it automatically makes them chilled. Hello, my dude. You get me? That's what I want. Yeah.
Timer set for 8 minutes.
My dude.
Or
yes.
my guy.
My guy, innit? My guy. Is that what you mean? My guy. Yeah.
Or like, you just be like, it'd be like, Alarm set for 9 p.m. My Donny.
Yes, my Donny. I like that.
That'd be quite. I like that.
Yeah. Hello, my Donny. Oh man, I like that. So that's what I'll go for. Anyway, Sean, as usual, time has flown by this week, man. Absolutely flown by. I guess I don't know, man. I want to use chatbots more often now, like for fun stuff like that. I'm so sick of people just being scared of them. Okay, daddy. Oh man,
that's gonna be weird.
Yeah, man. Anyway, make sure you check out How to Kill an Hour on all social medias, including Facebook as well. Check out our jokes, which we cut all the fluff out and put in the bits where I don't mess up the joke and put them together and make them decent. I'm at Marcus Bronzy on all social medias. MARCUSBRONZY. Where can we find you, Sean?
On the road/street.
That's it. On
That
the
is
road
it. That's the only
street.
place.
And if you see him, say, "Oi, Sean!"
And you'll see me run away.
All right, man. We'll move you soon. Peace.